China's shadow is moving closer to the Philippines, and this time it's near Cagayan. A tense maritime encounter in the north is raising serious questions about what comes next. Welcome to Geo Frontline, where we break down the real power shifts shaping our world. And today's story is one every Filipino needs to understand. In the quiet waters off northern Luzon, close to Cagayan, Philippine authorities made a bold move that sent a clear signal far beyond the sea. A Chinese vessel, operating uncomfortably close to Philippine territory, was formally challenged by Manila. On paper, this may sound like a routine maritime incident. In reality, it is anything but routine. This moment sits at the dangerous intersection of rising Taiwan tensions, expanding Chinese maritime reach, and a Philippines that is no longer willing to stay silent. Cagayan is not just another coastal province. It faces Taiwan across a narrow stretch of sea, making it one of the most strategically sensitive locations in the entire region. Any unusual activity here immediately raises alarms, not just in Manila, but in Washington, Tokyo, Canberra, and Taipei. When a Chinese vessel appeared in these waters, the timing alone made the situation explosive. With tensions around Taiwan already at a boiling point, even a single ship can carry enormous strategic weight. Philippine maritime forces moved swiftly. Surveillance assets were deployed. Communications were established. And most importantly, the message was delivered clearly and firmly. These waters matter, and they are being watched. This was not an act of aggression. It was an assertion of sovereignty. It's a reminder that Philippine waters are not empty space, not a gray zone to be tested whenever tensions elsewhere rise. What makes this incident especially serious is the broader context. China's activities around Taiwan have intensified dramatically, with increased naval movements, air patrols, and military signaling. As pressure builds across the Taiwan Strait, nearby waters inevitably become part of the equation. Northern Philippine waters, particularly near Cagayan, sit directly along potential military and logistical routes. Any foreign vessel operating there during such a tense period cannot be viewed as neutral or accidental. For many Filipinos, this moment feels different from past encounters. In previous years, similar incidents often passed quietly, buried in diplomatic language and cautious statements. This time, the response was faster, clearer, and more public. It reflects a shift in mindset inside Manila. The Philippines is no longer content with quietly documenting incursions. It is choosing to be seen, to be heard, and to draw lines before those lines are crossed completely. This challenge was not just about one ship. It was about deterrence, about signaling that opportunistic moves during regional crises will be met with resistance, not hesitation. It was also about reassurance, both to the Filipino public and to allies watching closely. The message was simple but powerful. The Philippines understands the stakes, and it is prepared to act responsibly but firmly. The location of this incident amplifies its significance. Cagayan has gained increased attention in recent years due to its proximity to Taiwan and its relevance in regional security planning. Any activity here naturally triggers concerns about surveillance, intelligence gathering, and preparation for contingencies far larger than a single maritime patrol. When China operates in these waters during heightened Taiwan tensions, it forces the Philippines into the center of a much larger strategic picture. At the same time, this incident highlights the difficult position Manila finds itself in. The Philippines does not seek conflict. It does not want to be dragged into a confrontation between great powers. But geography does not allow neutrality when pressure rises. The sea does not respect political wishes. What happens near Taiwan inevitably spills outward, and the Philippines sits directly in that path. This is why the challenge near Cagayan matters so deeply. It shows that the Philippines is learning from the past. It understands that silence can be interpreted as weakness, and hesitation can invite more pressure. By acting early, by asserting presence, Manila is trying to prevent escalation rather than invite it. Deterrence, when done correctly, is about stopping crises before they grow. For China, this encounter is also a test. How far can it push in sensitive areas without triggering stronger regional responses? Each challenge, each interception, each public statement helps define the boundaries of acceptable behavior. The Philippines' response near Cagayan contributes to shaping those boundaries not just for itself, but for the entire region. Allies are watching closely. The United States, Japan, and Australia have repeatedly emphasized the importance of stability and freedom of navigation in these waters. A Philippines that stands firm reinforces regional deterrence and reduces the chances of miscalculation. It also signals that Manila is ready to play a more active role in shaping its own security environment. For ordinary Filipinos, this incident taps into deeper emotions. Pride, concern, and a growing awareness that the country's strategic importance is rising whether it wants it or not. The sea near Cagayan may look calm on the surface, but beneath it lies a shifting balance of power that will define the region's future. This is not about choosing sides recklessly. It is about protecting national interest, sovereignty, and peace through clarity and resolve. The challenge issued near Cagayan shows a Philippines that is more confident, more aware, and more prepared to defend what is rightfully its own. As Taiwan tensions continue to rise, moments like this will become more frequent and more dangerous. How they are handled will determine whether the region moves toward stability or slides toward confrontation. For now, the Philippines has made one thing clear. It will not look away when pressure arrives at its doorstep. This is Geo Frontline, and this story is far from over.